Today's reading is going to be on Eminem and Epstein. Now, um, I recently came across there's allegations against Eminem, and there's this girl that followed a police report and mentioned Eminem in her police report and also Epstein. And she said that she was a bartender, I believe, and then she served Eminem a drink, but Eminem was not with Epstein, and she felt like she was under hypnosis or that she was drugged, and she feels like something happened to her. She feels like she was taken advantage of, right? And so, of course, his fan base just has to jump right on it and say, no, 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 Eminem's the GOAT. Eminem's the GOAT. Eminem could rap faster than your favorite rapper. But I'm like, okay, here y'all go. Here y'all go, dick sucking, fucking ass kissing. Like, here y'all go. What does his rap abilities have to do with him being in a police report? Like, um, her police report was all over the place, but she did say, to be fair, she did say that she felt like she was drugged or she was hypnotized, and so maybe what happened to her may be a little foggy, right? And I feel like, where's the compassion? Where's the compassion? It's like all compassion, all understanding goes out the window when you talk about somebody's favorite artist. And for that reason, I feel like hell is hot, because why is it so hard for you don't have to necessarily believe her, but you don't have to be cruel about it either. And they protected the victim's identity. That's good. They blocked out all her information and name and stuff. But it's like, I'm sorry, y'all, but I'm always believe a victim when she says that she's been taken advantage of until proven otherwise. And I may show a little bias, right? Because I remember, because when I was taken advantage of, I remember I had to go through the fact that I didn't get help, and I'm not saying that no one believed me. It's just that it was hard for them to see me as a victim. And for that reason, I'm sorry, but I'm always believe the girlies first. I am. And I know sometimes there's nuances. There's girls that name drop just to get a bag, or I know that there's girlies that lie and take advantage of the system. But I'm always believe a girly until proven otherwise, right? So we are gonna see what happened. If she's telling the truth, what happened that night? Was he there? Did he get involved? With the girl, Spirit of the Most High only. The girl that filed a police report against Epstein and Eminem, and she mentioned Eminem in her police report. What happened that night with her? What actually happened that night? Spirit guides and ancestors, please protect me while I go into this reading, and please assist me in this reading. Please don't make my nose itch, please. I do not like that. What happened to the girl that night? We have the Four of Wands, and then we have the Ten of Pentacles. Then we have the Two of Cups. Then we have the Four of Wands again. Y'all, I don't know if y'all can see. I'm scared to move my tripod because I don't want it to fall. It took me a long time to get it stable. Let me just move these up just in case. Y'all, hold on. I need some clarifier cards. Give me a second, so I could be for real. Like I could be. Can you clarify the Four of Wands? Can you clarify the Ten of Pentacles? Can you clarify? Okay. I think I know what's happening here. Okay. Y'all, I feel like she was taking gigs. Like, I don't think she was a bartender full time. I don't know. It's like, I feel like she got mixed into something shady, y'all. I feel like somebody offered her a job, and turns out it was one of Epstein's clubs, or it was one of Epstein's spots. And it was like an inside job almost, kind of. Like, I'm not, like, it's like whoever offered her this job, it's like they were desperate like she was to like earn some money. And then they had a job to do. Supply us the girl for that night. Supply us the girl for that night. She trusted that person. She trusted the person that offered her this damn job. And she needed a job. She did. And they offered her the job. And she had no idea. She had no idea what she was in for. And they offered her the job. Little did they know she was going to be taken advantage of, right? Do I think she was a victim? Absolutely. I do. But see, it's so interesting. Look, it's like you see this card right here, the Two of Wands, and then you see this card, the Four of Wands, right? And then they're both trapped. It's like whoever offered her this job was a pawn in the game as well, and then they got her involved to try and save their own ass. I don't know if they knew what they were gonna do to her, whoever offered her this job, and I feel like it's a man. I feel like it's a man. And they knew each other personally, like they knew each other. And I don't know if he knew what they were gonna do. It's just that this feels like an energy of my ass is under fire, and so I need to do something because I agreed to do something, and they agreed to give me money, or they promised me something. I feel like I feel like it took her a while to report what happened to her because she was unsure. And for that, and it took her some time, and it took her a lot of bravery and courage to come out and report everything. And for that reason, I feel like people should extend compassion. Because like I said, I remember I was scared to report, and it took me like, I think I want to say 3 months to report. And the cops even asked me, why didn't you report when it happened? Bitch, what? Bitch, what? What you mean? I don't know. I'm sorry. Like, I don't know why. I'm sorry. It's not about me. Anyways, for that reason, I feel like you should just extend some compassion, regardless of who she's talking about, regardless of who she mentioned in the motherfucking police report. It takes a lot for a woman to report her attacker or abuser, or it takes a lot. And I'm so sorry, girl. I am so sorry. I don't know if she got paid. She might have gotten paid, to be quiet. I don't know, because we do have the Nine of Pentacles here, and it's a woman in the card, and the Nine of Pentacles talks about, having money or being well off, and yeah. So and it may have been a lot of like ritualistic stuff going on, y'all. Like ritualistic stuff. Like, let me tell you something about Epstein. When he was harming women and children, it was very ritualistic. It wasn't, oh, I'm doing it just for fun. It was for a ritualistic purpose. Was it a sadistic ass motherfucker? Absolutely. But it wasn't, I'm doing it just for fun. I'm doing it for a purpose of maintaining power, control, and even he may have battled some like deep-seated insecurity issues, and even just proving that he was in control. It could have been like a contagious like ego disease that he had, and it's like, and then boom, finding like-minded people, and there you have files that exist called the Epstein files. You get what I'm saying? It's like very cultish, very ritualistic. Yeah. Child, I don't like that one bit. Okay. Was Eminem involved in this incident? Was Eminem involved in this incident? I think he was, and she actually did give him a drink. And she had to be cool because I think she knew of who he was, and she had to be cool. She couldn't act like a fan or anything. Yeah, he was there. He was. And Eminem was very reserved. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, Eminem was very reserved, very polite. Didn't really like say much to her. He didn't. Because Eminem was already on edge, y'all. He was already on edge when he was with this man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, and he regretted it. He regretted being seen with this man. He did. And it wasn't, and I don't know if it was like because he knew like what he was up to, or maybe he did. It was just like I do want to say that Eminem got weird vibes from him. Like just the shit he would say. Like just the shit he would say, like would let just fly out of his mouth. That kind of set Eminem on the edge. Like, okay, this motherfucker's a weirdo. Like, or he's weird. Like something's off about him. But why? Why were you hanging out with this man? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think Eminem was enamored by how Epstein carried himself, and he was inspired about what Epstein had. I don't know if Epstein was a billionaire or whatever, or Epstein had a lot of money, and Eminem was inspired by that. Like he was very enamored by that. Like, oh, like I wish I could walk around here. I wish I could walk around here, and you could just see the abundance on me. You know what I'm saying? Like Eminem was fascinated by by Epstein's aura. Like Epstein looked wealthy. He carried himself as a wealthy, established individual, is what Eminem felt like. Did Eminem harm that girl? Did Eminem harm that girl in any way? Y'all, what the hell? No way. hold on. This is not funny. Let me get some clarifier cards before I give y'all my verdict, okay? Before I give y'all my verdict. Oh my god. He did. He did. Yes. He did. He did harm her. The King of Swords is literally talks about, you know, like perversity, like evil intentions, like he did harm her. Ooh, his stands are not gonna like me. They're not gonna like me. let me prepare myself to get attacked, honey. Let me prepare myself to get attacked. The Ten of Wands. Can you clarify the four? Can you clarify the Page of Pentacles? Okay, you know what? Okay, wait. I changed my mind. He didn't. No, he didn't. But you know what? I will say, Eminem, I will say, there is a little bit of guilt here. And even now, I think he knows that his name is in the blogs. He knew that she wasn't safe. He knew. And he left, and he didn't say anything. So do I think that do I think he should be ridiculed? Yes. Yes, I do. And this is coming from a fan. I do think that he should get smoke, because he had an inkling that this girl wasn't safe, and he didn't do anything. He didn't say anything. He didn't. Child. And I feel like he saw something, and it made him dip. He saw something. He saw something. I don't know what it was, but he saw something. It may have been them like detaining her, or like grabbing her, or whatever, like, or even drugging her. He knew something was off, and he didn't say anything. And do I think that he was part of the harm because he didn't say anything? Yes, I do. Do I understand why he didn't say anything? Yes. But at the same time, and then what's worse is that he jokes about being like rubbing shoulders with Epstein. Like, I remember in his latest album, in his song Antichrist, which is a song I do like. I like it. He said he made an Epstein joke. He was like hanging on the left of Epstein's jet wing saying, "Hey, don't forget me." It's so distasteful. Oh my gosh, it's so distasteful. Like, sir, are you kidding me? Anyways, whatever. How does Eminem feel about the allegations? How does Eminem feel about the allegations against him? Ace of Cups. The Four of Wands. What? This is weird. This is weird energy. How he's viewing it is, I'm getting attention, I'm getting traction, another Billboard record. What the fuck? This is so weird. That's how he feels about y'all. It's literally all cards of money, wealth, popularity, success, victory, like. And y'all, he's dating, and it's like, right now his world is like super small. It's like, all I care about is my girlfriend. You know, and as long as, you know, she's like doesn't have like, you know, any weird like energy towards me, then I'm good. Like, you know, he don't care about nobody else's opinion except his girlfriend's. Yeah, I feel like if she has like acts funny style towards him, then the reality is gonna hit him like, it's gonna hit him like, oh, like I fucked up. Like, but he feels like, and the Four of Wands came out again twice. He feels like, I mean, this critique is going to turn into revenue. And y'all, people have been hating him for years. Like, at this point, I feel like he's used to it. He's used to it. He notices a pattern. He's like, okay, they talk about me, they criticize me, they criticize what I do, and it's just going to turn into profit. Like, I guess it happens every time. It happens every time. Child. And also, I feel like he can make peace with it. He can make peace with these allegations because deep down he feels like he didn't do anything. It's weird. You know, it's weird. It's like Eminem I feel like Eminem is kind of, it's like, I feel like he's like sociopath adjacent. It's like he has an oddly adequate amount of emotional regulation, but it's almost to the point of little to no empathy. You get what I'm saying? It's like very sociopathic adjacent. Like, it's weird. I don't know. I don't want to say he doesn't have empathy or he only has a little bit. I feel like he is capable of feeling bad. It's very when he does feel bad, it's very narrow-minded. It's very, do I know you personally? Do I vibe with you in that way? Have you ever done something for me? Like, have you ever been nice to me? It's very like, I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. He's very, that's why I say very sociopathic adjacent. Like, very like, I wouldn't say he's like 100% like a sociopath. Like, oh yeah, like you're a sociopath. It's like, I don't know. It's very narrow-minded kindness. Very, I don't know. Child. How does his daughters feel about the allegations against him? How do his daughters feel about? Yeah, the 10 wands. Well, they do feel overwhelmed, embarrassed, and I feel like it's Haley. It's Haley that feels embarrassed because Haley be outside, right? Haley be outside more than her dad does. She feels overwhelmed. She feels embarrassed. The rest of them don't really pay attention to the media surrounding their dad. I've been wanting to do a reading on, like, you know, what the relationship is with each other with the rest of his daughters, because I do feel like he favors Haley, which understandable. That's his actual daughter. But I think the rest of his daughters try not to pay attention to the news surrounding him, and there might be some animosity there, not animosity, but like, you know, some friction there between him and his other daughters. I don't know. Okay, but I don't think they pay attention, and some of them feel sad, you know. But some of them feel sad. Some of them feel like this is negative. Like, I don't want to pay attention to this right now. This is negative. Like. But also, there's also a feeling here of, I know him. I don't think he would be capable of doing something like that. But who knows? Maybe he wasn't honest about, because I do feel like Eminem is open and honest with his daughters about his past. I do feel like there's a sense of transparency here. So part of them feels like, I don't think he's capable of doing this, but who knows? He may have kept something to himself, right? We wouldn't put him past him either to keep something to himself. But there's a level here of, I do feel impacted by this. And then there's also others that are just like, I feel like it's Stevie. One of them doesn't care. Like, one of them doesn't like him. I'm gonna just keep it a stack. One of them doesn't like him, and I think it's the youngest one. And then the one that just got pregnant is not paying attention to what's going on. But if I'm wrong, and it's a possibility that I could be wrong, if I'm wrong, it's just a feeling here of, this is negative. I don't want to pay attention to it right now. Like, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to know. And someone could feel like it's also lies, right? Someone could feel like it's also lies. Yeah. Someone is definitely feeling overwhelmed here, and I think it's Haley, because this girl has blonde hair in the picture. Yeah, I think it's Haley. Ciao. Was he cool with Epstein? Was Eminem cool with Epstein? Was Eminem cool with Epstein? I feel like he was. But he didn't. Hold on. Can you clarify the 7 of Swords? He was cool with Epstein. Like, he kept it very surface level. But yeah, like I said, secretly Epstein, he beat his GBs, right? But I'm still trying to figure out, why did he hang out with him then if he didn't really like him like that? Why did Eminem hang out with Epstein if he weirded him out? Okay, y'all. It was because of money. It was something to do. It was fun. It was a different experience. Because I don't know, he felt like Epstein was associated with wealth, and yeah. And so it was fun. It was a different experience. I'm being drawn to that time where Eminem said that he hung out with Kid Rock, and him and Kid Rock did cocaine at the studio, and they had a whole bunch of girls. And he was like, that was the first and last time I ever did cocaine, and I'm not ever doing it again, right? It's like, I feel like back then Eminem was very adventurous, very fun. Like, he was down for whatever, right? And then, like I said, Eminem was enamored by Epstein and his aura, like he oozed wealth, like. Child. And I feel like money has something to do with it. Like, some sort of financial ties has something to do with it. But I think it was just like, I feel like I could learn a lot from this man, because he oozes wealth. Like, he looks abundant. Basically, he was trying to get some pointers and tips and shit, right? Child. Why does he joke about being buddies with Epstein? Why does he joke about being in close proximity with Epstein? Why does Eminem joke about being close proximity with Epstein? Why can't I talk? Why does Eminem joke about being in close proximity with Epstein? Well, when I mentioned his song Antichrist, I feel like that's just his, the cards are saying that's just his creative flow state, right? And when Eminem embodies this evil persona while he's writing, it's just his creative state. I do think that Eminem has a spiritual gift when it comes to writing. I do think that he actually like channels through his writing. I do. I don't know if he's aware of this. I don't know if he's aware of this. But I do think that he has an actual gift of channeling through writing. But yeah, when he and he's very immersive when he's writing. Well, that's because he's channeling. And honestly, I do think that he has the ability to channel lower beings. And I don't think he's aware that he could channel lower beings through writing. First off, okay, when you channel writing is a practice that some spiritual people, advise people that can channel or that can do mediumship to kind of ground their gift in a way, and honestly also ground their energy so that they can be a better channeler for themselves and others, right? And so he's got it down packed, right? He's got channel writing down packed. I do think that he has mediumship abilities. I do think that he can channel lower beings. I do think that I do think that he is like, a medium in that way. But there's a feeling here, because he's so immersive, I feel like he has a hard time with differentiating between, he has a hard time differentiating between, do I really, he calls these absurd things that he says a joke, right? And he's like, I feel like at one point he had a hard time differentiating between who he really was and his persona. Because he's like, I say these things, I may feel like these things are true, or I may resonate with these things, but is that really who I am? And I want to say, quite literally, Slim Shady is a character. I feel like a different facet of lower beings that he's channeled, and and he did say that Slim Shady appears when he's intoxicated. And for people who don't know, when you're intoxicated, you are more susceptible to possession from lower beings. And so I do feel like with a mixture of being very immersive and having the spiritual gift, he will joke about things such as being in close proximity with Epstein, and then he thinks that it's funny. Then we move into the conversation of, oh, my fans love this. My fans love when I say these things, da 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 da. And it's like, then everything gets all muddied, right? Everything gets all muddied. Now he's like, okay, is this who I am? When I'm clear-headed, is this really who I am? Do I want to claim that I am in close proximity with Epstein, even though this man gave me the heebie-jeebies? Like, it's weird. It's like, I feel like he sometimes walks a thin line between the spiritual realm and the 3D realm. It's weird. I think that, I don't know, if he's interested, I feel like he should get a personal reading from someone, or someone that, I don't know, could diagnose him spiritually, right? Because I feel like, I don't think Eminem is crazy. I think he's spiritually gifted. Anyways. Will this affect Eminem's career moving forward? Oh shit. Okay. Do I think it'll affect his career moving forward? Yes. I do think that after this, some people will not let him live it down, and I do think it is going to force him to say something about the allegations. Somebody might say something, or it might just be a lot of comments at once. Looking at him in a different way and cyberbullying him, right? I wouldn't call it bullying. I would call it holding somebody accountable. And it's like, these are just the type of things. This is just not the type of thing that you should stay quiet on. I understand that he's private, but if it were me, I wouldn't stay quiet about this, especially if I'm innocent, right? And I feel like it is going to force him to say something. It is. But in a smart way. Like, it's not like whining, like, oh, I'm innocent, y'all are wrong, like, y'all need to leave me alone. It's not going to be in a whining way. I feel like he has too much pride for that. It's going to be in a way that's very strategic and very like I get the last word. Like, you're not going to have nothing else to say after I say what I got to say. Like, do I think that he has money saved up? Absolutely. He's always going to have money. But I do think that his career is going to be affected by this, a little bit at least, and I think it's going to force him to actually retire. I think it might actually force him to retire. He might release one last album and then he's going to disappear for a little bit. That's if it gets too bad, right? That's if it gets too bad after he says what he has to say. If him talking about, if him, you know, releasing a diss track defending himself doesn't work, then that's when he's just going to disappear for a little bit. What will he say in regards to the situation? What will he say in regards to the situation? Y'all, he might say, oh, I have a daughter. Like, I would never have daughters. I have kids. I have daughters. Da 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 da. It's like, it's very detached sort of. It's very like a detached sort of elitist sort of comment that he might make in regards to the situation. Like I'm better than that. Like, you know, like it's lies. This is false. Like, you know, in that sense. Child. And then he might say something, and then he might end off with something funny or something humorous. Well, that's the tea, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed this reading, okay? What the fuck? Is that a... Oh, Lord. I gotta go. I'll see you guys later, okay? Bye.